Okay, welcome to a class on texture and weight. This is a class which will appear in the course I'm going to release in 1 or 2 weeks called Master Advanced Conversation. If you buy any of my courses, you get invited to live classes that take place every week. My courses only cost £10 if you use the coupon code 10. And so the sooner you buy a course, the sooner you will be welcome in one of my live classes. You'll be able to speak to me online. I'll correct your mistakes as soon as you make them, and you get all of that for £10. I'm crazy giving that away. I really do think I'm crazy letting you do that for only £10. But what can I say? I love teaching English. So, texture and weight. We have this phrase, as smooth as a baby's bum, and it means that something is really, really smooth. Now, smooth is obviously a form of texture. It's when you touch something like a whiteboard and it's really smooth. The whiteboard is really smooth. The opposite of smooth is rough or coarse. Now, I haven't shaved today. Shame on me. I haven't shaved today, so my skin is a little bit rough. It's not smooth. If you shave, you have smooth skin. And I must admit, my skin is usually pretty damn smooth. I don't get very hairy. And so you might say my skin is as smooth as a baby's bum when I shave. Okay, and so that's an expression, and it's quite common. I've heard it many times, but we use this adjective, smooth, in a lot of different phrases. You can say that somebody is a smooth talker, and this means that that person is very persuasive and very good with words. They're very good at persuading people, at twisting people round their little finger, we say, yeah, to twist somebody round your little finger. And that's what smooth talkers do. They twist their audience round their little finger because they're very good at talking. Okay, so that's a smooth talker, and a smooth operator is very similar. It's somebody who behaves in a very smooth, persuasive way, so that they're very charming. They're very good at charming the people around them and getting what they want out of those people because they're a smooth operator or a smooth talker. And a smooth ride, you know, if you get into your friend's car and it's a new BMW, it's probably quite a smooth ride when you go and have a drive around the town. So a smooth ride on a new bicycle, yeah, would mean that the bicycle goes along the path and it's very smooth. It's not bumpy. Yeah, bumpy is when you're doing that. And if you get into an old car, the suspension is not as good, and so it's a bumpy ride. A bumpy ride. It's not a smooth ride, it's a bumpy ride. And this smooth is used as a phrasal verb sometimes to smooth something over with somebody. Now, this means that you have got in some kind of conflict or argument with that somebody, but you would like to deconflict. Yeah, you would like the situation to become more peaceful, more calm. And so you go, maybe you've had an argument with your boss, and you go to the boss to try to smooth things over with your boss. And this is a set phrase. It's always things, it seems to me, in the middle. You might try to smooth things over with your wife after you've had a massive row, a massive argument. Yeah, so smooth things over with somebody. Try to make friends with them again. Try to make up with somebody. And make up with somebody it means make peace with somebody. Make up with somebody. Make peace with somebody. Smooth things over with somebody. Now, of course, a new BMW is smooth running. It runs smoothly. When you go along in a BMW or perhaps some other new kind of car, I'm not a driver, I don't know much about cars, but a smooth running car is not bumpy. It runs, when you're a passenger, it feels really smooth. You don't feel all the bumps. And you could have a smooth running bike for the same reason. So you normally say that the surface is smooth, or somebody's skin is smooth, yeah? But the surface might be rough. This surface is a lot rougher, a lot coarser, because it's wood. It's not this plastic, which is part of the whiteboard. But you also might say that the surface is silky to the touch. Yes, smooth to the touch, rough to the touch. This is rough to the touch. This is smooth to the touch. But silk, the material silk, which spiders make, and sometimes you get silk shirts or silk underwear, something like that. Well, they'll be silky to the touch because they're made of silk. So silk is a material, but silky means smooth. And you sometimes see silky smooth. You see the two together, meaning very smooth. It's silky smooth. This is silky smooth. It's very smooth. Yeah, but a surface can be prickly as well. And we say prickly like a porcupine or a hedgehog. These two animals are prickly to stop predators from eating them. So these are prickly animals. You can have a prickly animal. And it is when they have those pricks, yeah, coming out. We call those spikes. It's when there are spikes coming out of the animal. And sometimes you do see spiky. Yeah, you often say spiky hair. Punks with hair that goes up like that, like that, like that. Yeah, that's spiky hair when it comes out in sharp spikes. So prickly is sharp, and porcupines and hedgehogs are not nice to eat because they are sharp and prickly. But we have this adjective furry as well, a furry animal. Now this comes from fur. Yeah, animals have fur, and well, some animals have fur and they're furry. Fish don't have fur, so they're sometimes smooth. But I have heard that a shark's skin is very rough and it can cut you. So I don't want to say that all fish are smooth, because I don't think they are. I think some are rough or coarse. Coarse works very well for a word like sandpaper. Sandpaper is a material. I've got some there, but I think you will understand. You use sandpaper very often on wood, and you rub the sandpaper along, against the wood, and it makes the surface much smoother. So sandpaper is often for making something smooth. Yeah, you rub sandpaper against something and it makes the surface smooth. So you have a furry animal, and furry is very similar to Fluffy. I have a cat called Fluffy, yeah, and we call him Fluffy because his fur is really long. It's got really long fur, and so it looks fluffy. But you might talk about a fluffy pillow. Yeah, this would be, I suppose, a fluffy or furry pillow. You could say furry, but it's not real fur. So fluffy is probably more appropriate. This is a fluffy pillow. Here's another fluffy pillow, yeah, fluffy cushion, you could say. Fluffy clouds in the sky, a fluffy tail. My cat has a very fluffy tail. So fluffy is another good word. And jagged. Jagged is sharp and it will cut you if you run it across your skin, something jagged. But usually glass, broken glass, and metal, yeah, jagged metal, so metal that's been torn or ripped. Yeah, if there's an accident, a car crash, the metal in the car crash will be jagged because it's been broken and ripped and torn. And so jagged is very common for broken glass or metal. And of course, it injures you if it touches your skin. If something jagged touches your skin, it usually injures you.